Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Marvel Monday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the Marvel Legends series Iron Man Retro Carded She-Hulk. Let's get into it! Let's start things off with a look at the packaging. And here we have my favorite Marvel Comics logo design. Not necessarily those colors. And we have 4 and up assortment numbers. Warning! Don't stick things in your pie hole that do not belong there. Iron Man, She-Hulk. Nice animated style artwork of Iron Man in the modular armor. And then nice big blister showcasing the figure and her accessories, and Hasbro print, and some nice techno pieces prints in there too. And then on the back, Marvel Comics, Marvel, She-Hulk, Iron Man, and let's see what it says about She-Hulk. With incredible strength and passion for justice, Jennifer Walters fights evil as both a lawyer and the gamma-powered superhero, She-Hulk. And then some nice animated style artwork there. Nice line drawing of the figure and accessories, and it shows you can swap out her hands for fists. And then, I don't know what that number is. Then we have recycled print, Hasbro print. Attention, especially don't stick things in your French pie hole that do not belong there. Warning, attention, Octoon, don't stick things in any other language pie hole that do not belong there. Don't give it to babies. Small print, fine print, legalese print, main China print, symbols I'm not going to learn, and a barcode. That, my friends, is a look at the packaging. Let's take a look at the figure and her accessories. And we'll start with the accessories. And here we have handy dandy tweezers. And first up, she does come with an alternate set of hands, which are fists. Nice molded details. I'm not sure exactly if we've seen this before. Maybe with that scroll Build-A-Figure Wave She-Hulk. And then the more green, classic green looking repaint of that one came with these fists. That's about the closest I can think of that would have reused. These would be reused from. So on an in and out hinge, and again, nice molded detail, and it's molded in this green plastic. Same holds true for the other one as well. The last accessory is this broken rifle, which She-Hulk has broken. And it looks pretty broke, and I have to say it does have a nice sculpt to it. All molded in black plastic. So that's pretty neat. I don't know exactly why they would give her that as an accessory, but she has done it in the comics in the past. Now let's take a look at the figure herself. And I have to say that head sculpt and deco is fantastic. I mean, the lips, the teeth, the eyes, the eyebrow. Excellent, excellent. At least in my opinion. Your mileage, of course, may vary. And then it looks like the hair is probably a separate piece that's glued onto the head, but you can't really tell it anywhere. There's nowhere. I guess I could pop the head off and look, but I don't really like that. And as far as the hair goes, it does have lots of nice sculpted detail and a very nice wash in it to help a lot of those details stand out, and just great looking. Now the lines aren't very clear at the top of her uniform. You can see, you know, it's not a clean line there, and I'm sure that probably holds true for the back as well. Well, the back looks like it might be a little bit cleaner lines on it, but you know, it's just not, could be a little better, a little crisper, in my opinion. And then we've got lots of nice sculpted details here in the chest and in the abdomen and on the arms and the legs and even the neck as well. So very, very muscular sculpt for this She-Hulk. Not necessarily how she was always drawn during this era in the comics. You know, she might not have been drawn quite as muscular. The legs might have been a little smoother and the arms a little smoother, and they may just not have drawn the ab details at all. But you notice here on the chest, she's got some wrinkles in the uniform and even down here in the ab area as well. And then this is a paint app for the belt, and it does go all the way around. And as far as the wrinkle details, I don't really see a lot going on in the back, but it's very, you know, lots of muscle details going on there. A little bit of wrinkles here on the buttock area, and then she might have a little bit of a wedgie there going on. And very muscular legs. At the hip area, we got some wrinkles in the uniform here as well. And then this is all molded in the green plastic, and you can tell this and the kneecap are slightly off. It's not horrible, but it is, at least under the studio lights, it is noticeable. And then we've got a cut here at the top of the boot, and then this white is a paint app, or maybe it's molded in white and the purple is a paint app. So I don't really know. So one of these two, it's molded in this color, and then the foot also molded in the purple. Now, something that I noticed is that when you pull the hands off, this white piece right here, rather than being a paint app, is a separate piece, and you can pull it off when the hand is removed, but then it slides right back on there, and the hand is supposed to just plug back into place. There, I think that got it. There we go. So that does it for the sculpt, and I have to say it's a very nice looking sculpt, and it seems to be maybe not 100% all new, but there is a lot of new on it. I think these hands are reused from that previous, the Build-A-Skrull Waves She-Hulk. I think these are the same hands as well as the fists. So let's talk about her articulation just a bit. Because of the hair, she can't really look up. She can look down that far, and the head appears to be on a dumbbell, and then nothing in the neck. So there is that. So she looks down that far. She does have a very slight bit of chicken neck. She's got, if you move the hair back a little bit, she's got some waggle going on there. If you move the hair back, she can also do the full Exorcist. Now at the shoulders, slightly better than 90 degrees, but not by much. You could even call that 90 degrees of being able to raise it up, and then 360 degrees of rotation. Also at the upper bicep here is a cut for another 360 degrees of rotation. Double hinged, pinless elbow, and it gives you that much bend, so that's really good. And then 360 degrees of rotation at the wrist on an in and out hinge, and in and out hinge on the other side as well. Where the chest and the abdomen meet, there is a cut, and she gets some hula motion going on there. She can lean left and right, and a pretty good bit too, so that's neat. She can lean back that far, which isn't bad, but when you go to lean her forward, there's not, I don't think that's enough crunch for her abs. So, I don't know, maybe I'll have to heat it up, pop it apart, and dig it out a little bit there. I don't know if I can or not. We'll just have to see. So there's that, and 360 degrees of rotation. At the hips, she can give you that much of the splits. Kicks forward that far, maybe a little less than 90 degrees. Cut here at the upper thigh for another 360 degrees of rotation. Double hinged pinless knee, and she will give you that much bend. Again, like I mentioned before, there's a cut here at the top of the boot in the mid shin, a boot cut, if you will, for another 360 degrees of rotation. Then at the ankle, it tilts down that far, tilts up that far, and forward facing pin for rocker. And as far as her using her accessory, you know, you basically just put it in her hands. And probably do a better job at it than I am doing. So, there we have it, and it popped out of her hand, of course. But there we have it, my friends. A look at the She-Hulk and her accessories. It's time for my favorite part of a review, comparisons. And here we have the Marvel Legends series Iron Man retro carded She-Hulk with the Marvel Legends series Super Skrull Build-A-Figure Waves She-Hulk and the Marvel Legends series A-Force 5-pack She-Hulk. For our final set of comparisons, here we have the Marvel Legends series Iron Man retro carded She-Hulk, with our final Marvel Legends series comparison making his cameo appearance, Stan the Man Lee from the G.I. Joe Classified series, the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Regal variant Cobra Commander from Star Wars The Black Series, the Archive Edition 501st Legion Clone Trooper, and for a 7-inch scale comparison from the Masters of the Universe Masterverse line, the 40th Anniversary He-Man. For final thoughts on the Marvel Legends series Iron Man retro carded She-Hulk, this, my friends, is the She-Hulk I have been waiting for. I don't think in any previous Hasbro series, I know they didn't do one in Toy Biz, but no previous Hasbro series has given us this particular She-Hulk. And this is from, you know, not just Peter David's run, but also her, not Peter David, John Byrne, his run on the Sensational She-Hulk, and also as she appeared in the Avengers comics. And, you know, again, this is the one I've been waiting for. The only one that I've been waiting for more than this one is I really thought they were going to do this type of She-Hulk on that Fantastic Four retro card. And I really wish that they would do that. And if not, just give us the She-Hulk in her Fantastic Four uniform in a mainline release. And of course, there's some other figures I would like to see on that Fantastic Four retro card too. Not just She-Hulk, but also the Thing when he mutated and became more rocky and spiky, and the She-Thing. You know, I think those would have been great additions to that line as well. But I think they're pretty much done with that Fantastic Four retro card. I would be really surprised if we see it again. Well, you know, it wouldn't surprise me if, like, very close to the movie's release, we might get another retro card wave, but I'm very much doubting it. But definitely they need to give us this She-Hulk with the Fantastic Four uniform, because it's practically the same paint scheme and everything for the most part. It's just blue and has the 4 on the chest, and everything else, you know, the white would stay the same, just where it's purple it would be blue, and the hands would be white because she wore gloves, I think, didn't she? I'm pretty sure she did. I could be mistaken though. It's been a while since I've read those Fantastic Four comics. The sculpt on this one is really, really nice. The deco, especially like the highlights in the hair, not necessarily the highlights, but the wash rather that they put in the hair, you know, it makes that detail stand out. And this is the way I remember She-Hulk's hair. A lot of the other ones, you know, she's had kind of straight hair, but I always remember with like kind of a curly do. And the deco on the face it's fantastic. I have zero complaints over that. There's no slop or anything. It looks great, and especially with that hair and the wash, it's also just great. And overall, I rate this one very highly. If I had to give this figure one ding, I would have to say I would like the skin tone of it to be a shade or maybe a couple of shades of darker green than what it is, but it's okay like it is as well, because there are some colorists who colored her this very bright looking green as well. But overall, you know, I give this one a 9 out of 10. This, again, this is the She-Hulk I've been waiting on to go into my Marvel Legends, and I'm really digging it, and I really do hope they give us a repaint of this one in the Fantastic Four uniform. Well, that does it for the review. I hope that you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. If you are interested in supporting my channel further, I'm now offering memberships at various tiers. Click the join button on my YouTube page, or check this video's description for the link and see if any membership offers are right for you. But only if you are in a position to do so. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you would like to see more content, or just help the channel grow, or both, that's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future, you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.